So today we're here with Liane Candace, and Liane's going to tell us a little bit about her business. Liane, what do you do?
I am a photographer.
Okay, can you expand a little bit on that?
So my big thing is I really like preserving that precious moment, whether it's that newborn that you bring home, or it's a kid's first tooth, or they just started walking, or it's high school senior portraits. It's really about catching that once-in-a-lifetime moment.
Great. And do you have a favorite? Do you have a location? Do you have a scene? Do you have a time of year? Where do you shoot? How does it look?
I really like a mix of on location and in the studio. In the studio, I get to control my light. I get to say exactly what I want it to be. So there's a creative aspect where I'm starting with this blank canvas and I'm creating what I want. And then on location, I'm going out to sometimes a place that I've never been before, and I'm having to quickly process and figure out how to find something that fits in the situation and how to mold the light that's already there and capture something that's timeless and beautiful. So I really do a variety of both. I have a hard time picking favorites.
So I'm going to speak to my experience with Liane because she did my professional photography, my headshots, whatever we call that officially, and you made me feel very comfortable. You made it easy, and I thought you made me look better than I really look, which is really awesome.
I think there's a couple of things that you're saying there. First, I think one of the reasons that I make people feel comfortable in front of the camera is because I feel entirely uncomfortable in front of the camera. All of the pictures from about 5 years old until I was 19, I'm running out of the frame, like they're just half of me, because I did not want the camera pointed at me. And so I know what that feels like, and I would know how I want to be disarmed and made comfortable. So I think that's one of the reasons that I can make people feel comfortable. And then the other thing you said is, like, it wasn't like all made up. It wasn't phony. It wasn't surreal. Yes, it was your best self, but I really appreciate that authentic look. And so I really try to go for something that speaks to who the person is and capture personality. That's something, you can be a technical photographer and stuff like that, but I really think my skill is that I get to really capture personality and who and what a person really is and what they want the world to see of themselves, rather than a picture that looks really great, but like that doesn't look like me.
Right. Let's talk about all the different kinds of photography that you do, the different people, different groups. Let's really break it down so people know what it is you do.
Okay. So start off with my favorite group of people. If I had, if my calendar was booked and I could turn away other business, the only thing I would do would be from 0 to 5. Somewhere when the kids start school in kindergarten, they have this psychological development where they start thinking, how do other people see me? But before that, everything that they do is authentic. They don't worry about, does that look funny when I turn my head like this and squint my eyes? They don't think about it. That's just their feeling, and so they express it. And they go to school and they forget how to smile. You tell them to smile and you get this, like they're getting their mug shot taken. And so I really love working with that age group. I mean, I get to, half of my language is sometimes making sounds and faces rather than, real directions and words and things like that. So I just find that an incredibly fun age to work with. I do love the newborns and the maternity shoots, and I really put those together because you want both of them, and you want them both at the same time. Maternity and 9 months later, right? And, just capturing this time that moves by so incredibly quickly. Baby is tiny and little and really looks like a newborn for about 2 weeks. At 15 days, I am not kidding you, their eyes pop open and they're like, oh, there's a world out here and I'm not tired anymore. And so I capture the newborns before they're within the first 2 weeks. If it's a preemie and they were in the hospital, we make some allowances for that. But their whole look changes. They start putting on weight. They don't have that wrinkly skin after that. And so you've just got such a small little window to get that kind of a look and that sweet, sweet thing. And then who doesn't want to remember being pregnant? I mean, like, we don't want a great big, huge portrait up on the wall, but a nice little album. Oh yeah, I remember when I was pregnant. So, and then we have families, and I hear a lot of photographers saying that working with families and working with large families is not their cup of tea. You've got a lot of people to manage. You've got a lot of things going on. I love it. The bigger, the better. I love doing the large families. I love doing the family reunions. I guess that for me, it comes right back to that personality, like just really getting to know who somebody is and trying to pick that out. And you can, it is difficult. I mean, you have 12 people. You might be capturing one photo of the group or 2 photos of the group for every one person in there so that you can get something.
Everybody's eyes open.
Everybody's eyes open. Everybody looking the right way. Everybody smiling. Nobody elbowing somebody. Right. And so, but again, for me, that's a puzzle. It's the challenge. It's the thing I'm overcoming, is trying to figure out how to get everybody there. And then we have high school seniors. It's senior portrait time right now, and everybody's hitting their deadline. And this is a really fun time. They're getting ready to graduate from high school. I love how when I have seniors that I'm taking here in the fall, and then if they come back, they have this option to do a little session at the end in the spring. Every senior changes their look their senior year. Every single one. They cut their hair. They if they were preppy and dressed up a lot, they dressed down. If they were just really, I'm just casual, and all of a sudden they start dressing up, and so they just go through a lot of identity shaping and finding themselves, and it's a chance for them to really get to express who they are. They may have had portraits, growing up as a kid, on birthdays or things like that, but they're starting to have an idea of who they are. They're making real life decisions, like, where am I going to go to school? What am I going to do when I'm done? And so, all of a sudden, I'll ask in a senior portrait, I'm always shooting for 3 clients. There's the senior, there's mom and dad, and there's grandma. And they all 3 want different things. But it's really interesting in that consultation where I'll be asking things and I'll get stuff from mom, and then I'll look over at the senior, but what do you want? We can do both.
Yeah, and then pull from all of the things.
and then give them their options, and they start realizing, oh, look at this, I'm being treated like an adult. I am making, and then you'll get these shots in the senior portraits where, you have a young 17 or 18-year-old, and they're still a kid, but they look so mature, and they're like, wow, I look like a college student.
Nice.
And so.
Nice. Any other types of photography that you like to do?
Wedding photography. So wedding photography is something I started with the family portraits, the kids and family. And it's really easy to go the other direction, start wedding and then build a portrait clientele. But it's like starting a whole nother business. And so I really like the small to medium weddings, more casual type of thing where people really like being around each other. It's about the relationship. It's about the experience. By nature, I'm a storyteller. And so I like capturing things that are telling a story. And so I'm attracted to those weddings that have a story. They're telling something the whole time. They've got this way of expressing how they fell in love. They have a way of showing like what it took to get where they were. And so that's really what I'm drawn to as far as wedding clients.
Nice, nice. So, if somebody wanted to reach you,
If somebody wanted to reach me, the best way that they could reach me would be to text me at 541-714-5886, or they can email me at Liane@lianecandice.com. I'm hoping that's going to be typed on there
it
because
is on the screen, right below Liane as we speak. Well, thank you, Liane. Thanks for the interview.
Thank you very much.